forgot to do that. So that'll start in January. I figure December's a little crazy to be starting a group like that. And then a diamond push group will start again after Christmas. I'll probably do some prerequisite stuff the first full week after Christmas. No assignments, but like there might be like watch a couple of videos kind of thing to get us started. So that'll start after Christmas, the full week after Christmas, and then January will be when we start digging into assignments. So if you are an Emerald, you are welcome to join that group, Emerald or higher. And if you are already a Diamond and would like to be in there for accountability, that's fantastic. I'll be posting a power hour in there daily, which will be really great for even for me. Like I feel like those groups even keep me accountable. So if I'm not doing them, and I see you all are doing them, it makes me want to go for it even harder. So, and I mentioned in the group about the Success Club trip, and I know we're a little bit, we still have a few months till we even go, but I want you to put that in the back of your mind because last year was the Mexico trip, and I remember Megan, when I first signed up, my coach, Megan Eggleston, who's the Team Phoenix leader, when I signed up, she's like, you really should just put your name on the wait list. And I was like, no, you're crazy. I'm not putting my name on that wait list. I won't earn that trip. And wouldn't you know, at the end of the year, I got an email, or it was like a week before the trip. I got an email saying, you earned the trip. There's a spot for you. It would have been paid in full because of hitting Success Club 5 each month. And it was too late, and I didn't think I would have ever earned that. So there's no harm in getting your name on that list. So just start thinking about that. A lot of people bring families. I'm like the only one not bringing my spouse, my family. There's a lot of girls who are bringing like their complete family, like 4 people are going on the cruise, which will be this coming year. So I'm just putting that little, just that little bug in your ear so you can be thinking about that. And then I just wanted to touch on December because December is typically the hardest month for us coaches. So I really think if you haven't kind of planned out your groups and kind of started giving little hints as to what you're doing for your groups, you need to get on that now, whether it be a free group or a paid group, just putting little things out about, what's up and coming and trying to think outside the box to keep people coming back in December when life is busy. In December, we have holiday parties and family in town. So what can you do to attract people that may be outside of the ordinary? I put up the idea that I'm doing like that free club membership for the month. Like people can sign up for the free club membership. And then we'll do the challenge du jour together each day because there's a different challenge on demand each day or a different workout. That is outside of like the 21-day fix or PIO. It's something that the live Beachbody trainers put together. And each day it's different. So I'm going to focus on that challenge du jour, everyone doing that workout together. And it's kind of fun to see, well, what's coming, what's it going to be today? Is it going to be like, cardio, or will it be like turbo? It'll be fun. I thought to do something different. That's called the 12 days of fitness. So other than that, I'm keeping things the same. So I'm just having you start to think that way. What can I do to keep people excited about December? And then January will come. And if it's a hard month in December, they'll be knocking at your door in January for help. So keep posting, stay consistent. People will start thinking New Year's resolutions pretty soon. So I had a bunch of you asking, how do I find coaches for my team that may, would be a cold invite. So not necessarily someone from a 5-day or a paid challenge that you've had before. And where do you find them? How do you invite them? And how do you get them on board? So today I thought I'd talk about that. What I want to say to preface this is there really is no secret sauce to this. There really is not going to be anything crazy that I'm going to say that you've never heard of because I've shared everything that I do with you all. And I think that if you're looking for something like, oh, I must just totally be missing something, you're not going to hear it tonight. Hopefully I'll be able to give you little tidbits that, might get your mind thinking somewhat, but the people that you invite to the business are going to have to be people that you hit on your power hour from all the weeks past. It's going to have to be people that you've connected with. It's going to have to be people that you fed into their life. It is so rare that I reach out to a person that I've never spoken to before, because that's just weird. Like if someone did that to us, I had someone do that to me recently for a facial line. And I was like, I've never even talked to this person. Are they out of their mind? So for you to go and reach out to someone that you've never connected with before, and say, hey, have you ever thought about coaching? It's not going to be effective. So before I go into anything, I want you to keep that in the back of your mind, that your power hour, if you are not doing it every day, if you are not connecting with people, if you're not reaching out to new people and being a friend, they're going to look at you and they're going to think you're crazy, and they'll probably unfriend you. So I just want you to know that before I go into anything. But so where do I find my coaches from? Obviously, recruiting is something that seems to go well for our team. Our team is growing. So obviously, you all are recruiting. Where do all these people come from? For me, primarily, most of my coaches come from the list that I make at the end of every month for the following month, for when everyone's HD order is set to come. And if you are not making that list at the end of the month, you're going to be missing people. So, and yes, you might think, well, I only have like 5 people right now who are on my Shakeology HD. It will start to spiral, and then pretty soon you'll have like 20 people, and you'll be like missing them if you aren't organized enough at the end of the month to sit down for 5 minutes, sort your customer list by HD. So just click the little home direct button, and then all the HD customers will go down to the bottom. You write down their name, you write down their date of their last order, and then 5 days before, you need to invite every single one of those people. Even if they said no 5 times, you can invite them again, because you never know when it might be the month where they're like, okay, you know what? I'm continuing with Shakeology. This is month 5. This is silly. I might as well just get the discount. So that is my number one place where I get people. When I look at the faces right here of the people who joined my team, I'd say about 50% of you started that way. Like you were just Shakeology HD customers who wanted to get a discount, who said, maybe I'll dabble with coaching. But most of my people were people, Lisa Young especially comes to mind, where she was like, yeah, I'll just get a discount. And then all of a sudden she's like, hey, I think I want to do this. I'm like, cool. Okay. So I know a lot of you might feel frustrated right now, because you're like, well, I have all these HD people and they're just not wanting to do anything. I'm posting my team page. And sometimes, Lisa, I think for you, it was like 5 months later about. So a lot of you are young and fresh, and you might feel frustrated right now, but you need to be patient. Be patient with those people. So my second place I get them from would be Facebook groups. I'm in moms groups where we just talk about mom things. I'm in one with Jackie Hamilton. We're in one group together. And they're just moms groups where we, people post random stuff like fake tree or real Christmas tree. I saw that today, and people are commenting on that. So it's a forum for moms to vent, for moms to support one another. I'm in about 4 of them, and every once in a while someone will put something up like, I'm really struggling with my eating. I'm like, bingo. Oh, hey, here I am. I would love to connect with you. Like, I feel like that's, something I enjoy doing. If you have questions, or if you would maybe want to join a free clean eating group, like that's a way for you to get in there. So moms groups, a lot of the swap groups, like for garage sale swap things. I think Megan said she has a couple coaches that were from her going and swapping like boys' clothing with some random lady in Fairport who ended up being a coach on her team. So make sure that, you never know with those type of things. Obviously, you're not going to troll the group page and say, I'm going to click on this person and this person and this person and see what they look like and if I'd want them on my team. No, you have to relate to them somehow in some fashion. Lisa, I think you wrote, sorry. What do you enter to search for groups? You have to figure out what like-minded things you're going to be searching for first. So another one was food group. I'm in this food group where parents put together these these beautiful lunches for their kids, which I would never do, but I think it looks really cool. And I connected with one woman in there who I eventually did ask to coach, and she said, give me another 6 months till my baby's older and let's reconnect. Because I spent some time chatting with her. I was like, where did you find this thing that she used for her lunch, which I genuinely wanted to know. So we started chatting from there. So that, like, I'm obviously, my niche is food. So I'm going to be searching for clean eating groups in the search engine of Facebook, or really you just type in those keywords. And then I'm in a couple organizational groups, like how to organize your house. One time I put up a post, I had this fireplace over there, and I had nothing on the walls on either side of the TV. And I put up, what would you do post? And I think I had like 200 comments of people putting up suggestions for what to put on either side of the fireplace. And there's one girl who just kept commenting, so I ended up friend requesting her. I've actually talked to her a couple times. She's really a big poster in that group. So it's all about engaging with people and connecting. Connect. Lisa, what did you write? I tried to look up moms groups or moms of teens, came up with nothing. You have to keep trying different search things. There should be, what you could do in your area is look at your friends who live near you and see what groups they're in, because sometimes you'll find something that way. So that's a big one for me, but it's really not about reaching out to random people in the groups, but finding things that you have in common with those people, connecting with them, and then maybe the relationship would take you to a place where you can invite them. Yes, there's a time investment, but most of the time it's worth it. And it sounds greedy because I have some women that I've connected with that I've never invited to the business because I don't think it's a good fit and they're just my friends. But if you want to, find some more people, you're going to have to do the work. Jennifer Weiss, do you only bring up what you do conversation organically? Yeah, it has to happen organically. It has to, in my opinion. Like, you can't force a conversation on what you do. Like, it's awkward otherwise. It's just not how it's supposed to be. So, okay. And then I had mentioned when Jen Weiss put up the post about how do we find, cold invite people. And I said, looking at people's Facebook posts is huge. Like, I have one girl who posts food posts all the time, like healthy food all the time. She's going to be invited this week. It's going to happen. The thing is, you said you don't, like some of you said, I never see that anyone posting motivational stuff, anyone posting food posts, anyone posting exercise, post-workout posts. You don't see everyone that you're friends with in your Facebook feed. You do not see that. Like, you see who you comment on and who you like. So in order to really know if none of the people you are friends with are posting anything fitness related or health related, you would have to go through and really look at people's posts, or click on a person's name. It's Facebook science. You know that a lot of the people that you're friends with won't see your posts because they're not commenting and liking on your things. Well, the same thing goes vice versa. So the only way for you to know if they're not posting them is to take some time and go through your Facebook friends list and actually, click on a person one at a time and see, what they're posting about. See if you think it's a good fit. There's a way to make groups of people. Like, let's say you found someone who you feel like, oh, they're posting a lot of health related posts and wellness posts. They must have some interest in that department. You can make groups of people or like-minded groups of people on your Facebook profile, so that you could go in and then click on, like, let's just say you made a group of people who always post workout selfies. So you can make a group of all those friends and put them in that group. And then you could click on that group and all their posts would come up in a feed. That way you can then be liking and commenting on their things, and you're not missing those people's posts. So that's a big one there. Okay. And then the next one will be, you posting opportunity posts on your profile page. And Katie Arhan did a team call for us, and I'm not going to get into that all because she did a great job of covering, how you can post what working in this business looks like to you personally. She did a really good job of outlining that and giving us examples. So if you want examples of how to put, a post about this opportunity that isn't in your face, annoying kind of post, I want you to listen to that call, which it's in the it's in our file section for the team calls. But I can say I've been working with another girl on another team who is kind of like a success partner now for me, and she's excellent, superb at this. And if you want to look her up, her name is Breen, Breen Hardin, Hardin. I think she's the best I've ever seen at this. And she's pushed me to be doing what this business has done for me type posts. I don't know if you've been keeping your eye on my stuff. I'm doing it a little bit more than I used to because she's challenging me to do it twice a week. And she's checking on me. What'd you post about this week, Jen? So that's because that's her strength. So she's like, well, I'm going to help you in this area. And I've been really trying to think about how I could portray it that isn't fake and is me, because I don't want any of my posts to come off as that does not sound like Jen at all. What is she doing? So I check her out and how she integrates it into almost every single post. It's crazy. She has a like page and a personal page. She's very, very good at it. And she's a huge team. She is a girl who's pushing for 5-star elite this year. So her team is very large. But okay, so if someone likes or comments on one of those opportunity posts, you are to follow up with every single one of those people. Even if it's just a like, you should be like, oh, thanks for liking my post. I appreciate it. Maybe it's something you considered, or, keep it casual. And they might say, no way, but you just never know. There's been a couple people who have liked some of my posts that I followed up with, and they're like, I have thought about it a couple times, and could you get me a little bit more information? Or I don't even know where to start with looking into this. So you never know who you're going to miss. I think one of Megan's coaches, Lindsay, and I can never say her last name, so Miklovich, she did a workspace, like her desk, when she redecorated it, and she went and it was really pretty. So she got a lot of likes on that post. When she got a pretty new chair, pretty new desk, and it was all organized, she followed up with every single one of those people who liked her post. And there's no harm in that, in at least trying. So that's an important thing, posting about the opportunity. And then the last one I have for that is getting involved in real in-person groups, social outlets, church. I mean, if you are not getting out of the house to meet people, you're missing out on a whole nother realm of people. Going to the library with your kids, going to the playground. I've met a couple girls that have joined my challenge groups who I met at the playground, just going to the same playground because we live right next to one. So we'd go to the same one, and, it's time after time we see them and develop relationships with those people. I know for me and a couple of the girls on our team, MOPS was a big one, which I know if you're working, it's harder, obviously, but then you also have work people that you're coming in, and yeah, like Angel, all her people are from work. So yeah, that's, you have a different perk then because you're with people networking from your job. So get in those groups, get plugged in, not only because it's great for the opportunity, but because it's good for us too. I think that's how we are created, to be with people, not just like this on the computer looking at each other. So those would be the only, I mean, none of that's probably shocking and new to you. Maybe a little twist on how you thought about it before. But so there's that. I'm trying to see how many minutes we're in and I can't see. Okay, Jen Weiss, do you organically got that one? Is there a way to export your friend list to Excel or something? I don't know. I haven't done that. Why would we want to export to Excel? You want to unmute yourself?
Just to have a way of maybe going through your list of friends and kind of keeping track. I don't know if when you go to your friends list, if, you know, as you're adding new contacts, if it changes in order or
are you talking about, so like a master list then?
Correct. Yeah.
So you don't have a master list somewhere else of all your Facebook friends?
I created it in like the very beginning, but I haven't kept it up.
I don't know
if look it up and type out 1,000+ names.
Maybe. Sarah, would you have any idea if, no? Okay. I don't know if you can export a whole friend list. Let me look that up.
I was going to say, Jen, you know, I'll look that up.
I know. I was like,
pose the question.
Our IT girl on that one.
I wrote a big giant list, and then now when I put it in my Power Hour, I just add it to that master list.
Yeah.
So it took a long time in the beginning, but now I can go back and be like what you were saying about the feed. Hey, I haven't ever seen anything from Carol in like forever. Mm-hmm. And as I get more people, it gets kind of out of control a little bit. But I can almost do it in sections.
Yeah.
And then work on the section.
True. And you're adding a lot of coaches to your network on Facebook. So you're going to see all this coaches stuff. And then, yeah, your friends get lost in that shuffle. So I think creating that list is great. I like to go back to my old clean eating Excel spreadsheets too. For that, I transfer from a Google form into Excel because that converts easily, obviously. But I like to go back and just every once in a while just go through my list and type their name into Facebook and like some of their things, see what's going on in their life. Otherwise, you're going to miss people. There's no way that none of you have have nobody that posts health and fitness stuff. It's just not possible. I mean, you've got to be going back through your list of people. So that being said, what do you do once you get them to join your team? I'm behind right now on this. I have Stephanie on the line who I need to do her getting started right call. But after you've invited, which obviously in order to invite someone, you need to have that relationship developed. And then at that point in time, you could say, have you ever considered coaching or doing what I do as a coach? Is it something that you feel like you could integrate into your already fun and amazing schedule? Because it's brought me a lot of joy. And if they say yes, I'm not going to get into the whole inviting process because we have scripts available in Team Phoenix. We've talked about this before. How do you actually invite someone? But what do you do once you have them? And to me, this is like crucial to getting a coach excited and getting them started. This is the springboard. Like getting started right call is necessary for the onboarding process. If you do not do a getting started right, either a call on Zoom, a phone call, or a one-on-one meeting, which I prefer, they're going to be less likely to succeed. It's just how it is. So you're like, well, what the heck? What do I talk about? And I get it, getting started right call. Beachbody has an amazing outline. Google it. Getting started right call Beachbody. It covers everything that you would need to cover. You might not want to cover every single one of those details, but it should be covered with your people in some way, fashion, or form. And to me, the biggest things are you set an Emerald goal date with those people. from the start. What's your Emerald goal date? And you talk about the importance of that. And then you let them know they are going to be a success starter. And our team, I think our little team has a really good rate of turning people into success starters. I'm really proud about this because when we had Super Saturday this last time in Rochester for our team of coaches, like when they're like stand up success starters, and there's like 4 in a row from our team, and then there's only like 1 or 2 in the rest of the crowd. So that's really cool. But you need to emphasize the importance of Success Club and then being a success starter, which is hitting Success Club the first 3 months as a coach. So let's say you signed this month, that would be hitting this month, next month, and January, or you could hit in December, January, and February. And that would earn you a free ticket to Summit, which if you're really coaching, you need to be at Summit. It's inspiring and it's fun. And there's something that happens when you're together. A lot of it's just a good team feel. So that I really emphasize the Emerald Gold Date, Success Club, and Success Starters. And then I get them into the new coach trainings, whether that be on Team Phoenix Fast Track, or if we have an Emerald group coming up, like that, you can get your coaches into there. Those calls, I don't know. I think something happens that gets people pumped up. You can talk about some of the basics without overwhelming them. I really take that getting started right outline and I highlight what I think is crucial to go over with people. So, I mean, there's really, besides that, if you get them in those trainings, if you get them on that call, and then get them a success partner as fast as possible too. Someone that they can work with to do 5-day groups and 21-day groups, just because I know like Lindsay and Danielle, they were in my challenge group, so they naturally just did their first 5-day together. And I think that really helped spring for them to, I don't know, just working together, having someone to pal up with and go. I know that how I've shared with you all how my success partner, Stephanie Marsilio, like without her, I probably wouldn't be here because you get frustrated and you have to do a lot. And it's just so nice to be able to break up the responsibilities and have someone to vent to and have someone to celebrate with when things go well. She was like, I think at one point we looked at our messages and we had like 4,500 messages back and forth to one another. This was early on too. And we're like, this is crazy. So get your people a good success partner too. And you can always post in the team group. And if it doesn't work out in Team Fitwell, you can reach out to me and I'll try to find you someone on another team too. Like, because there's other teams of people who are often asking if anyone has anyone. So that being said, like I said, it wasn't going to be really exciting, but it's stuff I think that everyone, I even need to remind myself of, where can I start looking for people again and start afresh, because inviting and getting people to join definitely is a cyclical thing or a roller coaster where I'll sign like a lot at one time and then it slowly goes down and then back up. So if I have a month where I sign 10 to 12 people, the next month I'm probably only going to sign 1 or 2. It's just kind of how it goes. I wish it wasn't like that, but it is. So it's important not to get frustrated when you hear no a lot, because a lot of times that just means in the following month or 2 months, you'll be hearing a lot of yeses. So any questions? You can unmute yourself. Does anyone have any other ideas? Has anyone had success of inviting people from other places than what I mentioned?
I would say that it's not anything you didn't mention, but the easiest invites and getting to coach, or just at least to be a discount coach, is the people that I personally talk to that see me, or like see me at karate or my boys' sports or something.
Yeah.
It's the most natural one. I think, like it's what you said about being there.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, it would be a little bit more like carry more Shakeology products around with me, or no, I mean but like a hat or a shirt, or that someone would give myself more opportunities to talk to people because I'm way better in person.
It's a good point. Wear and share is really great. I'm not very good at that. Diana's great at it. Diana rocks at wear and share. I'm not as brave as her. I have a bag that I like to put my postal stuff in when I'm bringing my gifts to the post office. That's my wear and share. I just thought of something else and then I forgot too.
That's even better than me because I don't do any of that.
No.
But what I'll say is that when we do the team sneak peeks, and I post on my personal page at the strategic times that most people are on Facebook, I am always shocked at the people who join. It's always people that I never thought in a million years were watching, and I have recently signed a handful of coaches that were people that like I didn't have my eyes on. So posting just that invite to our sneak peek really seems to be effective. I mean, I realize it's not the only way, but I definitely get people monthly that I never thought, have not done a challenge group, have not done anything with me out of the blue.
It's true. And on that note, our next sneak peek will be December 7th.
Okay.
And I'm going to ask for more help from you all. So, look at Sarah found it. How to get your friends list into Excel. Knew that was coming from you. Thank you. Let me, I'm going to copy and paste that link. Or maybe would you mind putting it in the event or right in Team Fitwell would be awesome.
Poor thing.
Thanks. So the other thing, I carry my Shakeology cup with water all the time too. And I have gotten 2 sales from that. And that's not being annoying. That's just my shaker cup. I've got 2 random people. Random. One was in Wegmans. And they were in the health food section. So that's an easy one too. Lisa, did you mean when were the next groups for Emerald's group? Is that what you're referring to? I'm not going to do it until January. I just think that it'll be a flop in December. And I talked this through with Kristen because it's not just, not because of anything that any of our coaches would or wouldn't do, but because it's really hard to get people on board in December. Challenge group should be our primary focus, I would say. Then people aren't going to want to commit to coaching as frequently. I'm not saying altogether. Kristen signed up in December, but most people would say, I'm just going to wait till January and then let's talk about it then. And I don't want to frustrate new coaches at that point with that push for Emerald. They still should be inviting, obviously, but maybe I could do a power hour group as a team in December. Let me think on it because that's an added responsibility for me, which my December is crazy.
If there's a way I can help, let me know.
Okay. Have you had any tips about doing the 5-day interest? I would say following that 5-day outline to a T, like posting on your Facebook page. For me, like I put my post up tonight. You can see, like I created the event earlier in the week and I put my post up tonight at 8:30 p.m. Something about Sunday nights. People are sitting around and feeling like yuck after, a weekend of indulging. But we can talk more about that, Stephanie, too. When we need to set a time when my daughter isn't sick.
But even along those lines, Stephanie, if you're brand new and you get 5 people, don't get, the first month you're not going to get 35 people. 5 people is awesome. 10 people is great. So if you're getting anybody, be proud.
Yeah, I had 7 in my first. So take heart. All right, I'm going to sign out before we get kicked off. But thanks for getting on tonight. And, of course, I'm here if you have any questions. Have a great week, ladies.